Hi everyone, my name's Sophia and this is Nico, my little baby ragdoll. So this video is covering the key characteristics that you would expect from a ragdoll cat. So whether you are considering buying or purchasing or adopting a ragdoll, or if you already have one and you just like watching YouTube videos about ragdoll cats, subscribe, like the video, comment, let me know your thoughts if they're nice, and hopefully this was helpful. So ragdolls were developed in the 1960s by a lady called Anne, and the first ever ragdoll cat was called Josephine. And I believe that there were a few blends of breeds to create the ragdoll. I think there was Burmese, Persian, Burman, and I think some others, but I think the kind of intention was to create a cat that was puppy-like, or has the nature, the characteristics of a puppy. So what you can typically expect with a ragdoll and where the name comes from is that they are very docile. So they will flop. So he's just a little bit fidgety right now, but you can see he's just dead weight in my arms right now and he's doing a Superman. So they just go limp in your arms. You hold them like a baby and they just flop. They're very floppy cats, which is so cute and lovely, and there's just something very calming about it for some reason. I don't know what it is, but that's where the name comes from, and they are just so laid back, so chill, which isn't great as a survival instinct or a survival trait. So if they got out into the outside, because they're indoor cats, if a ragdoll did get outside, it typically wouldn't survive because they are just so laid back. And then this leads on nicely to the second characteristic or trait, which is that they are very trusting. They're very trusting, they're very loyal, and because of their trusting, curious nature, they will either get stolen because people know that they are just very valuable cats, which is sad, but also they quite often get run over because they'll see a car coming towards them and they'll just kind of look at it and be like, oh, what's that, and then get splattered on the road. So I think you need to probably put him down, but I don't want to because he's so cute. So the third characteristic is that they are very playful. So they are very easy to train. You can play fetch with them. They just love playing. They dangle a string, throw a ball, and they will run after it. They're so playful, and even though they are docile, they have their bouts of energy where they'll just run around it, which is so cute. They are very intelligent. So they are, like I mentioned, they're very easy to train, but they also are very, very smart, instinctive creatures. They understand their owners, they understand routines, they pick up on so many things. I think there have been quite a few occasions where I may actually be sad, like I will feel upset or I'll be crying, and Billy, my other ragdoll, kitten who's in the other room, she would just come next to me and put a paw on mine, or lick me, or just kind of be close to me, or just looking at me quite in a quite concerned way. When I've been ill, it's usually Billy. She's very maternal, and she's the older cat. Nico's the little baby, so he's usually a lot more demanding, needs more attention compared to Billy, but they are just so caring. You know, she would be next to me, purring on my chest, or next to me if I'm feeling unwell. They pick up on so much. So yeah, you know, I've mentioned already so many amazing traits about them, but on top of that, they are just really sociable and friendly. They will get along with everyone in the household. They typically don't get attached to just one person. They will get along with children, seniors, other pets, pretty much everyone in the house, and they will follow you from room to room. So I have the door closed behind me because my partner's on a call in the next room, but Billy's probably on the other side of that door right now and not happy that that's shut because they like to have access to their whole territory, but they also like to know what you're up to. They like to be near you. They want to be where you are, and if you close the door, they typically will get quite upset by that. They are also just really affectionate. They are really loyal. They will run to the door if they can hear us when we're coming up the stairs. We're on a top floor apartment, and when we enter downstairs and we walk through the door, we can see them both. Just they run to the door and they'll stand there to greet you when you enter, and when you leave they'll typically be standing at the door. We've checked on the cat cam before when we've left the house, and they'll just be standing there looking at the door waiting for you to come back, or if you're away they'll sleep, you know, where you normally sit or where you sleep or where your clothes, if you've got a hoodie or something that you've left out that smells like you, you know, they really love their people, they love their owners. So the loyalty and the affection and that kind of dependency on their person, for me that's just so endearing and part of a huge reason actually why I wanted the Ragdoll cat. I'm going to put him down. Bye. Just put him down on his little perch. So yes, I would say that in terms of the characteristics of a Ragdoll cat, you can expect them to be really laid back, you can expect them to be really affectionate, loving, friendly, sociable, and just really, really, really cute and sweet. They will purr, they're lap cats, so they will just lie on your lap or lie next to you when you sleep at night, lie on your feet. They will roll on their backs and just want their belly rubbed, and they will purr constantly when you're stroking them. They love attention. They typically need more attention than other cats because they're indoor cats, because they need that intellectual stimulation, because they're so sociable and extroverted. It means that they do need much more attention than other cats. I personally haven't grown up with pets. I haven't grown up with cats. I had done a lot of research before I got the Ragdoll, and through my research that's where I realised this breed is the right fit for me. But I don't really know what other breeds of cats are typically like. But other people have said to me that these aren't normal cats. They are very unique. They're very different to, you know, even just someone seeing me holding my cat like a baby, they're like, my cat would never let me do that. Or the way that they are just so relaxed, and or the way that they'll sleep with you, you know, that's quite unique to the Ragdoll. I think Nico is trying to get in my wardrobe because I've hidden some of his toys in there just to keep the novelty, because they get too used to some of their toys otherwise and then they don't get as excited, so he's trying to access it. So boy cats compared to girl cats, with the Ragdolls anyway, they are more needy, they're more dependent. Billy, to be honest, is very, very low maintenance. I can just leave her to it. She does need some attention and play, but Nico is the one who needs most of it. I will need to make sure I give him, you know, I have pockets of my day which is dedicated to Nico. It's Nico time, so I'll play with him, I'll brush him, I will just make sure that he is just feeling loved, and I'll give him cuddles and kisses and just make sure that he feels seen. Whereas Billy doesn't typically need that. If I don't do that, if there's days where maybe I've been out all day, or I'm just busy and I haven't given him as much attention, he will actually kind of cry a little bit. Like, you can kind of hear he's meowing, but he seems sad. So with cats, ragdoll cats, they can get depressed because of their extroverted nature. So again, it's very important to just make sure that if you are going to get a ragdoll, or if you have one, you need to make sure that you are able to give them the time and the attention that they need, because otherwise it's just unfair on them. You know, they're indoor cats. This is their whole world. Their world is small, right? They don't have a lot of stimuli. You're everything to them, and they're completely dependent on you. So it's just very important that you can just give them some intellectual stimulation, give them some love, attention, because otherwise they haven't got anybody else. So yes, I would say if you're considering getting a ragdoll, watch some of my other videos where I talk about some of the key considerations on whether you should get a ragdoll or not, what it's like on a day-to-day basis, looking after them, things that you should do, things to consider. But really, he wants to get out, so I'm going to stop the video and make sure I open the door. But if you're able to give them some of those criteria that I mentioned, like time, attention, and the basics of what they need, then you should just get one. They're amazing, they've enriched my life, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. I love them with all my heart. So on that, I'll stop the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, drop me a comment, say hello, and lots of love. Bye.